All right, my bosses. Hey, welcome back to another Boss Creations production. Today's video is an exciting video. We are going to be etching on some stemless wine glasses. Right now, we are going to be cutting out our stencil using, I use removable vinyl because that's like the only thing I use it for, because removable vinyl is not really good for anything. Why? Because it is removable. So you only use it when you want to remove it from something real quick, and we're going to use it for that. I hardly use it, so why not use it as my stencil? So we're going to cut it out. Now we're over here, we're going to wipe down the glasses with alcohol while we're cutting them out. I always clean my glasses with alcohol to get them off. Now, this was kind of a mishap. I thought this alcohol was going to get this stuff off, but it didn't. After I washed off the etching cream, and it got wet and saturated, that's when it peeled off. So I'm trying my best to get it off with this alcohol, but guys, alcohol don't work. And I could not find my glue gun this day for nothing in the world. So we just waited until we washed it off. Anywho, that's for another day. We are now going to cut our excess vinyl off that we do not need. This part of the vinyl was not cut on, so we're going to put that to the side, and we're going to go ahead and weed out our design. What we have is two glasses, so we're going to do two of each design. The first one that I'm weeding, you cannot see it, so I'm going to let you know what it is. It says Fletcher going down in a straight line, letter on one underneath the other. That is the name of the person who ordered these glasses. And on the front of it, that's going to go on the back. And on the front, which is on the other side of this vinyl, which you guys cannot see because it is white, it is going to be their monogram, which is going to be an F in a nice intricate design with some swirls and swooshes and all that good stuff. But you cannot see what it is because the vinyl, like I said, is white. So I'm just letting you know. So I'm just telling you what it is until we get to the part where we can actually see what it is. All right, so I'll jump back in once we get done weeding everything out and we're about to apply it onto the glass. Hey guys, I just want to jump in and say please like, comment, and subscribe. If you're liking what you're seeing and you want to see more videos like this, subscribe and hit that notification bell. All right, let's finish this video. All right, y'all, everything is all weeded. Now we're gonna go and split them in two, and we're gonna take off, see, you guys can't see, we're not gonna take off the excess. What we did was to etch, we took off all the positive parts of our cut and we left the negative. The negative is always your outline. Your positive is always what you would normally put on your shirt or your cups if you were letting the decal, the vinyl, stay on it. But because we're using etching cream, you do not mirror your vinyl when you're cutting it, and you leave your negative prints. Make sure you always cover back over your mat so you keep them nice, protected, and clean. Now we're going to get our glasses, and we are going to get our transfer tape, and we're going to put our stencil decals on top of these glasses. So now I'm going to measure out the stencil to make sure I don't waste any transfer sheets. This transfer paper came from Hobby Lobby. It is the Paper Studio brand. It is good for what it is used for. It is not good for your glitter transfers, but for this particular regular vinyl, it's pretty decent in being able to transfer it from one part to the next. All right, guys, so now we're going to use our transfer tape, and we are going to transfer it over onto our glass. When transferring over onto a round object, you need to be careful of your corners, especially if you're going to be using a cream or a liquid, because if your corners are not smooth, that cream or liquid will get under that vinyl and your etching will be destroyed. So be careful when you are putting it on your glass to make sure that all the places that you want to be etched, all the seams are down firmly to the glass and there are no bubbles or anything on your film. I always work from the middle out, pushing down with my fingers, and then I'll use the scraper tool and smooth out any wrinkles. Cut your corners so they can lay flush on the sides. Just make sure that all your opening spaces is all flat out and everything on your glass. Like I said, use your scraper tool to smooth out any wrinkles or bumps or air bubbles. So we're just going to go ahead and put down all our decals on the front and back of both glasses. And then I'll be back when it comes to putting the cream down on the glasses. If you guys would like to see more videos like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please hit that notification bell so you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. We upload videos at least once a week. On good weeks, we do it 2 to 3 times. But don't miss out on the next video. Hit that notification bell. All right, guys, we're getting both our front parts of our decals down, and then we're going to move on to our back decal that we are going to put on the back side of these glasses. Now, the front side is going to have, like I said, your F monogrammed for their Fletcher name, and on the back, it is going to basically just be their name, Fletcher, which is their last name, going down the back of the glass, top to bottom. Now this should be as easy to put down because it is not wide, it is not a big design, but like before, you have to make sure it is all down, all your places are down, there are no air bubbles, your seams are down, your opening is flat and flush against your glass. Use your scraper tool to get out any air bubbles or anything of the sort. We're going to put on our back decal. I noticed that I still had a little crinkle right there. Now, it's not going to go down perfect, but it's going to go down as perfect as you want it to go down. So do your best on getting it down the way you want it. So now we're just going to put on our back piece. And we're going to lay it just like how we did the first one. Find our middle point. Get it as straight as possible. I'm sorry, guys. That's my son up there showing me his graduation tassel. I have a senior, so he will be graduating this year, and he just got his tassel in his little package, so he's showing it to me. If you guys see that blue, white, and orange up there at the top, go Gators! Palm Beach Gators all the way. I am a Palm Beach Gators alum, so you know that's my alma mater. Okay, now we're going to take off our transfer paper, or transfer tape, off of each side. I noticed that I had a few little liftings when I took this off, so I'm going to use this transfer tape, and I am going to come up to the edge where I don't want anything to go, and I'm going to use it as tape. It is transfer tape, so I'm going to use pieces of it as tape to cover up those little corners or those little lifts that I have around that circle of that monogram. That was the only one that I needed to do that for. Everything else came out perfect and well. So now that we've taken off all the transfer tape off of the glass, we are going to be using this etching cream. I got this etching cream from Hobby Lobby, It is not your Armor Etch. It is a little cheaper than your Armor Etch. So, and it does work just as well. You're going to put a good amount of your etching cream on here, and you're going to let it sit for at least 15 minutes. So we're putting them on both of our glasses, on both front and back. And then we are going to let it sit for 15 to 20 minutes. And then we're going to jump in and we're going to wash it off under the sink with some water. It doesn't matter if it's warm or cold, as long as you're rinsing it off with some water. I did not put any tape or anything on the side of my design. I should have, because this is a very thin strip. But if you are going to be messy with it, just make sure you cover up all the places of the glass that you do not want to be etched, because wherever this cream goes, it is going to leave an etched mark in that glass. So if you do not want that etched mark in that glass on where you don't want it, you only want it on that design, make sure you cover up any parts of the design of the glass that you do not want etched, especially if you have a small design like I have on the back. I did not do it, but to be on the safe side, I recommend you do that. Okay, we're going to move to the back, do this back piece, and then we're going to let it sit for 15 minutes, and then I'll jump back in once we're going to the sink to wash it off. All right, guys, it has sat for, I believe I sat this down for a good 22 minutes. So now we're at the sink. We are going to wash off all of our etching cream. Just wash it off, rub it off, make sure all the cream is off. Because when we go back to the table, we are going to be peeling off the decal. The decal is going to be a little difficult to peel because it is intricate cuts and it is cut all over. So just take your time and not scratch the glass. So we're going to take it over to the table. We're going to dry it off with our cloth as best we can. And then we are going to peel off the decal. Now be very gentle when you're using your weeding tool to peel it off. It is going to be, it's sticky, it's vinyl, removable vinyl, so it should be easy. But because of all the cuts in the letters and all the cuts on the design, it's going to be a little hard for it to come off. Now this is a glass, so this will be a little hard to see, but if you can see it through the turns and the corners of it, you can see that the name has been etched out on this glass, and it came out beautifully. So all we're going to do now is just going to take our time and peel off all our decals. We did the back and front of that first glass, and now we're doing the front of the second glass. Take your time. Don't scratch the glass. This one had a lot of different little cuts and separations, a lot of little small pieces. So just be patient with yourself. Take your time, work slow. My video is sped up, so I was not really going this fast, but just work slow, take your time, and make sure you don't do any scratches on the other parts of the glass that did not get any etching done to it. And as you can see, it is coming off pretty easily. It's just 100 of different little pieces that is coming off, that needs to come off, that's taking the longest. Sorry, y'all, I just sipped my coffee. All right, we are done peeling off all that vinyl. So we're gonna wipe it down, clean it up some more, make sure all your spots are dried. I am over here trying to find something to stick inside of it so you can see where we have where it's etched at. Use a little alcohol to clean off any smudges or anything that we have on the glass. And voila, here it is. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you like the video. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified. See you on the next production. Bye.